oh no, we don't want it. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I advise you most definitely demand money for that. Not just and getting to the point, Dom. Amazing photo I took of the unbelievable situation that happened, which nobody else got pictures of. There was a TV programme on the other day. I'll put, if I can put it on the BBC iPlayer link to you, I'll put it in the description below. And it's talking about moments in 2013, all the things that have happened this year that have been newsworthy. And it was amazing just kind of going, oh my god, that happened this year. Like at the start of this year, there was a helicopter crash in London, then there was the Pope resigned and there was a new Pope, and there was so many things that happened this year. I was thinking that must have been longer than a year ago. So it's a good programme to watch to remember everything that actually happened. It means you'll be very intelligent at your Christmas and New Year parties whenever you're talking about certain stuff that happened throughout the year. Anyway, the first thing that happened this year, 2013, that was newsworthy, was a helicopter crashed in the middle of London, near, was it Vauxhall train station? Anyway, I can't remember the details. And this was also the year that the selfie was invented. Okay, I'll bring those two bits together. So what it's saying is that this year, 2013, is when citizen journalism really kind of owned the stage more than professional journalism.
And all shared, attached and tweeted long before they could appear in newsprint.
With social media, you take that snapshot.
And so the main picture, which was taken of the event of this helicopter crash, so the flames all across the road and all that kind of stuff, there's one which is a photo taken from a multi-storey building a good 200 metres away on an iPhone.
No one could doubt that Craig Jenner's picture was the real thing. As soon as it started appearing on the internet, the Evening Standard knew they couldn't compete.
Just getting pictures through on Twitter this morning, actually, of those scenes in Vauxhall where
and there was another photo taken from ground level on a guy, again, probably an iPhone, doing a video pan of the destruction that was happening.
Nick Walker's incredible video footage also appeared on news channels around the world, from Belarus to the USA.
All this was conducted on the iPhone in a Starbucks. I mean, that's really the truth.
And both like very dramatic images. And anyway, getting to the point, Dom. The thing is, so these two were both considered to be citizen journalists. So they were there, just normal people, just taking photos, and then they ended up putting them up on Twitter and sending them around, and all the news agencies then picked up on them and put them onto their sites. And there was an annoying bit which said, and the two photographers who took these things didn't take any payment because they didn't want to be seen profiteering from the disaster that happened, or some shit like that.
A tiny little device in my hand.
Neither accepted offers of payment, not wanting to cash in on a tragedy. They were some of the first amateur news gatherers of 2013 to beat the professionals at their own game.
And to me, I was just like going, oh no, you're missing the point. So there's a whole thing about how the news agencies trying to get their official journalists and their official reporters and their official photographers down to the scene as quickly as possible to get shots of the image. But then citizen journalists, or just normal people, took photos and ended up putting it online for the newspapers to use. And the newspapers offered money for the shots. They said, oh no, we don't want it. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I advise all of you to advise all your friends, if they're ever in a situation where some shit goes on that's newsworthy, if they're there bystanding, taking a photo, taking a video, if the news agencies then go, brilliant, we've got this, fucking ask for money, absolutely, because it's the whole idea that news agencies, which make billions of pounds, they're now able to go, oh, we don't need photographers, we'll just have random people on the street take their photos and we'll just steal it off their Facebook or their Instagram or their YouTube channels and put it on our site for free. Absolutely not. I say if a news agency, if a big company is going to be using something which you've captured, which you've shot, which you were just happened to be there at the right time, you most definitely demand money for that. Not just for, and do you know what? See, if you do demand money for it and you go, oh, I don't want to seem profiteering, then donate that money to some charity of helicopter crashes, or donate it to the helicopter company for research on how to make it more safety or more safe or something like that. Don't try and think, oh, I'm morally superior because I didn't get any money for the amazing photo I took of the unbelievable situation that happened which nobody else got pictures of. Wrong attitude to have, because that attitude means that news agencies and big newspapers, magazines, all that kind of stuff can start using people's material for free, or at least at a massive reduced cost, without any financial consequences to them whatsoever. So I would say pass this message on to other people. If you ever take a cool image of something that's awesome and a newspaper wants it, you go, brilliant, how much are you giving me? And I'm not saying you have to ask for millions, but you have to be going, I want money, not just for me, but for the fact that there are professional photographers that need to be paid for this kind of stuff as well. Oh, got me going yesterday. Just like, I understand they were trying to be nice and look, oh yeah, we don't want to be seen making money from this disaster. It's like, yeah, but at the same time, you're not helping anyone, and you are helping the news agencies which are making millions of pounds profiteering from that image that you've just taken. Yeah. Don't be the little man and happily opt out of making money when you're just giving free stuff to the big man. Bad move. And before I finish this video, I'm just going to see what my tip would be is, if you are a citizen journalist and you don't want general photographers who work for press agencies and all that to lose their jobs, if you get an amazing photo like this, which is potentially going to be used on thousands of newspapers around the world, then demand money so that news agencies aren't going, we don't need our own photographers, we can just use people that are on the street using their iPhones. My tip would be to everyone is that if, let's say you take that photo and they say, do you want some money for this? What to do is say, yes, sure. How much is your day rate for your current photographers? You may have, each agency may have different either day rates for their like in-house photographer, or just for, they may have rates for photo per page. So if it's like a quarter page, it might be £200. It might be full page, it's going to be £500. But what I would say is, if you want to support the photography industry and professional photographers, and what to do is say, absolutely, you can have this photo. However, I'm going to charge you the day rate plus 30 times. 30 to 1,000 times the amount that you would normally pay your staff photographer. And the reason why I say that is, one, because that's probably the value of that photo. It's certainly the photo that was in this. Let's say your average photographer is getting paid £90 a day after taxes. I would say for that photo, if I were that guy that sent that photo, they started using all the newspapers, I'd be going, absolutely sure, not a problem. I want that plus times 1,000. And the reason for that is, I'm sure the news agencies can go, okay, not a problem, there's the money, because they'll be selling so many newspapers with that image on the front. They won't be losing any money from that. And also the fact is, then it's a bit of a kick up the arse for them to kind of go, if we used our own photographer here, we would have got this a good bit cheaper. So for me, I would say, if your image, like, what was it? I'm sure there was something like, there was a picture of Prince William and Kate before they got married or something, and they're on holiday, and it was Kate with her boobs out, naked or topless or something like that. I'm sure that photo went for £50,000 or 50,000 euros or whatever it was. Like, I think it was a French newspaper, and that was one newspaper. So I would say, don't be afraid to go, absolutely sure, here's a brilliant, amazing photo. I want to know what your day rate is, or what you pay for like a full page spread kind of photo, and I want that times by 30 to 1,000 times, not £30 extra or anything, 30 times to 1,000 times. That'd be my tip. Anyway, bye bye.